It's March 28th, 2025, and Bill and Steve are arranging their car so they can pick me up for our first tour of the year. In about an hour, we are in Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania, and are going to get breakfast at the Jersey Shore restaurant.
Yes.
It's a lovely little restaurant. We get a great big breakfast here and then proceed to the parking lot right along Railroad Street. This parking lot is right at mile 63 on the Pine Creek Rail Trail. It's really about the only place along the trail where you have quite a lot of asphalt trail. It also has a camera system, so parking your car overnight is not a real problem. And the restrooms that you see way up here, the little yellow building, have water available in them so we can fill our water bottles. There's also a bike repair rack there. So we all fill up our water bottles with just enough water to get us up the trail to the next water source. Coming up is probably the most dangerous road crossing along the trail. It's just getting out of Jersey Shore, across this highway, and on to the Pine Creek Rail Trail, where we're going to hit some gravel pretty soon. Okay, here we go. And Bill doesn't go straight across. And I'm on the trail, and Bill is still out there on the highway. I guess he wants to just avoid these little barricades. We're still on a hard surface. Today was supposed to be sunny and get up to about 65, but certainly looks like the weatherman was wrong. But it is a lot better than it was several years ago when we did this, or a similar trip like this, in March. Okay, we're on the gravel, and in a minute we'll be coming up to a crossing that goes over Highway 220. That's Highway 220 you see. And here's the bridge across.
Remember a couple of years ago, it was snowing on us right here.
Now we're up the trail a bit, and we're going to cross Highway 44.
Don't hear anything.
and we're headed up to on the trail. It really kind of parallels Highway 44 here, and we will go past Whitetail parking area. This is Whitetail. Not very many cars in here on a Friday.
We're on the Kelly side, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, hey.
Tips of my fingers are a little cold.
It never gets close to 65 on this day. There you can see the front of Steve's bicycle just under my armpit. And you can see how far away Highway 44 is. The trees haven't even started to bud out.
Damn it.
The trail's still in excellent shape. There are a lot of little tiny twigs and stuff on the trail, but the last time we were up here at this time of year, Bill and I had to ford a bunch of down trees, and we will encounter no down trees across the trail on this particular trip.
Yeah.
So that's Bill out in the lead, and then Steve, and then I'm following. Nice to have something in the camera. So this is our first bridge across the Pine Creek. And I'm shooting this on an Insta360 camera, so here we are looking up at the top of that bridge. And we're coming into Waterville, so we're about 11 miles into this ride. 10.5 to 11 miles.
said I say what it happened.
Yeah.
Where's that woman coming from?
I don't know.
Oh, it's,
I think she might have been back in the parking lot.
I think she was too. Jack didn't sort of. Yeah. I couldn't.
There was a woman who just flashed back by us on her bicycle, and Bill was
You
wondering
staying on the
where she
trail,
came
Bill, or are
from.
you going down?
No, I was gonna kill you with this.
Oh, I don't have to. I don't have to.
And we're all going to stop here, and or Bill and I, and Steve stops, but we're going to make a call back to our wives because we think we'll probably run out of cell service here at Waterville. And we're quite a ways up the trail here. And here's the woman who passed us earlier, and we're going to pass her now. Just simply ask if everything was okay. And here's our first water source. So I fill up my water bottles right here.
Okay. All right.
And then we proceed on up to the Wolf's General Store at Slate Run. And this is going to be a long section here. I just want you to listen to the kind of conversation that 70-year-old guys have. It's really probably about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You grab a little tiny bit of lunch here.
You might grab for a half later. But I have a just excited sandwich. I decided not to leave it in the refrigerator. I'm like a back to it's the same.
So I can't find my wallet, and I'm looking for it out here in my panniers. These guys go in, and then I find it, go in the store, and fill up my Camelback in the restroom, and they think they've lost me somehow. We were here about a half an hour, so I've speeded up some of this to get through it quickly, but Wolf's General Store is a wonderful place to stop. Okay, I found my wallet and I'm going into the store. And in just a minute or two, Bill and Steve will come out and they won't have seen me come in. And I'm filling up my water for free back in the restroom. And Bill should be filling his water bottles here to get us all the way up to wherever it is we're going to stay all night, but he doesn't. So he has to come back here later and fill up water bottles. Okay, here they come out. Steve.
I can see.
I think Steve may have actually even picked up something for supper.
Well, he's not in there, buddy.
Maybe he's filling water up somewhere. I don't know. He was outside and we were in there. He was out, saw him out here when we were inside there. He's messing.
You want anything to eat, bud? I got I got that sandwich, brother. Don't like to be by itself, yes. I brought a sandwich. Well,
I can't believe they're worried about
yeah,
me.
he sounds. No? Isn't too bad. I don't know why he's in the bathroom. That's how I feel. He had when he got. Scares the heck out of him. How's he feeling? Did you talk to him about?
Yeah, he said, yeah.
See how worried they are about me? Good friends.
I bet you wanted it.
Just about anything you could think of.
How was the price?
Whoa.
Okay.
I picked up one jar of something and it was $19.99. I picked up a jar of something. It was a pickled apples or something. But it was 19. Yeah, 19.
Wow. I'll tell you what, Steve. I don't think I can do it.
Well, I know. Maybe they all weren't.
Definitely, yeah.
They probably are.
Yeah, I had this.
I wonder who does that for them though. Nobody.
Well, yeah. Well, but it seems funny. Where that Alina's, and they said somebody does it for them, that way. But they said somebody does it for them. I think if I saw them jaws, it kind of looked like the same jaw. You know what I mean? So I said, maybe this is the new trend. I like to have all the breweries now and stuff like that.
Old men talking about the price of groceries.
No, I said that's that. Well, I got a Jersey Shore. I drink coffee.
And I come out of the
There
building.
he is. All right. Where the heck have you been?
Oh, I was filling this up and
Oh, okay.
uh,
I was in there looking for you, bud.
well, I'll tell you what. I got out here and I said, "Oh, I wonder where my wallet is." Oh, hell, I have no idea.
You find it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was.
You got to walk over so you put the money in your home.
It was in my coat. It had fallen out of my coat when I jammed it to the bottom of my pants.
So we're all down there kind of sitting down on a bench and eating a little lunch. I'm making a Spam sandwich, so the other guys are eating whatever they got in at Wolf's store.
I was in the bathroom filling up my.
You can see it was that's what we found.
Yeah, well, I figured that it was. I know.
How do you feel?
I'm working, but I'm okay.
You might make a decision that partnering.
Yeah, let's do that.
You see what you want to do after you get off that point. However,
Yeah.
So I haven't been on the bike for a long time, and Bill's worried that I might be getting a little tired or something, but I'm doing fine.
yeah, you get the training or something.
Yeah, we slept on the 50
Yeah,
over
we
there one
slept on
time.
the 50 thing. We was on the way to New York.
Yeah, that's right.
You remember I was there and there was real warm water, and I said, "You can't believe how warm this
It
water
was.
is." It was. You get back 4 or 5 days later, you can like get in the water.
Cold.
It's so cold.
I thought all that stuff from the fracking that was we were putting when it was warm.
So we're talking about either staying at Hoffman, which has a wonderful pavilion, or Tyadotton, which doesn't and is a little further away.
$1.99. Wow. It's great. I just get great for April and the territory will be.
And they say meat.
And I was just complaining about a Snicker bar that cost me $1.99.
They can't survive.
Well, the trouble is, I'm one that by the great teams of the country at our expense. That's the working class expense. The millionaires, they'll eat no more than you do. They'll cost us almost nothing compared to yours, right? Your family compared
Like
to.
that billionaire here interview Joe, and he said, well, my mother-in-law, her social security check is who's just going, oh, it'll argue as X month, it's something the other next month, you know. Yeah. And he said, well, which isn't true, you know that's not true. His mother-in-law, because his mother-in-law billionaire. But then he says, and the people start hollering, and he says, and they're the people that are the ones hollering the most, they don't get it. They're the ones. They're the few. I didn't only go through the CD and grab this guy, but look, you know.
Now we're bitching about Trump.
If they only get the Social Security check, they wouldn't need that much.
I was having finally tired. I was like, it was a little late. And stay outside. You know,
All right, hi guys.
and, yeah. Yeah, see, all right. We got some information.
Wolf's General Store.
I should have some pictures or stuff that you got pictures, you know, you should and supple. I said, oh, I said, you take them home and read them. He said, yeah, they go socials. I guess anything
Anything they try.
He said, they all have to eat it. Some give it. I said, you might refrigerator right now. He said, I got one full of milk. That's it. I said, well, you hear the note. You know what I mean? Finally, it's at the end of the month. I don't know. He said, I actually pitched to survive.
What about the single mom with kids?
Well,
What the single mom with kids for the family of kids?
Bill was just telling a story about a man he met fishing who fished to survive. He only had a quart of milk in his refrigerator. And again, we're still complaining about Trump and the possibility that maybe the Social Security stuff is going to be impacted. That's our conversation.
vaccine amount.
The interest rates for that. The interest rates on the credit card. You pay it off everywhere. You pay like 20-some% in.
Yeah.
I'd like to make 20% increase on my money. What do you
Oh
know?
my gosh. That guy can't know how to get away with that.
I don't either.
You know, we're talking about people who have to use multiple credit cards.
One payment. Let me tell you. That's what.
Steve must still be hungry grabbing that banana.
One credit card to another, and then they guys told me, so all these people that does that, and then you see if you switch banks, you can get 0 interest or 18 months or something. So that's what they do. They try to switch, you know, that how they do it. spot fish. Yeah, that's why fish just the flies at just flies.
They thought it was big one.
Like, well, you know, like I said, I'm gonna fish like talking about shit. I'm fine. I'm actually like a heck right.
Yeah, part of the stream here I think's been stocked right around now. So now we're talking about
Fish it. No. Oh, okay.
fishing.
You're trying to find a way back somewhere.
Okay.
We tried down there in the river road there.
Oh yeah, you told me about that guy.
Yeah, we were catching fish like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, before the guy walked up through the hole.
Oh yeah, yeah. Was it time?
Yeah, I know you told me. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy. He was the guy.
Yeah.
His client wasn't catching it. I didn't get mad at that. He wanted that or something else.
I can see.
That's still
I don't know.
red.
I don't think it will.
I'm gonna shoot a car. I haven't done it very long.
I might do that.
So Steve was just telling a story about fishing, and they were catching a whole bunch of fish. And a guide walked right through the hole where they were fishing because his client wasn't catching any.
One place where the creek comes in pretty close to the road, or like at a dip field. And then you start seeing no trespass inside.
You weren't allowed live fish without artificial boards in it. We fished up fishing better. And catch and release.
Yeah.
But I read before this, some type of steps between certain days you could catch big fish or something like that.
It used to be.
Oh, it's still like that or not.
It used to be on these flyers. After October or something like that, you could keep two fishes for us. So somebody, maybe it was after June.
Something else. There's a date on
Yeah,
it.
there wasn't care. I don't know.
Fishing anymore is like, I can't even curriculum.
So the conversation has changed from Trump to fishing. And I wouldn't have this unless I inadvertently left that camera on the bicycle just running. I forgot to turn it off. And here comes the FedEx guy. And we're getting ready to leave here, and I'll come up and recognize that I never turned the camera off. I think we spent about 30 minutes here at the Wolf store in total. Yeah, here I come. And here's the FedEx guy with a big box.
Oh my gosh. Stop recording.
Ice, look at that.
And now we're past Wolf's, going up the trail again, and you'll notice the ice on the cliffside over here. Comes a wonderful piece coming up here. Beautiful. And Bill, of course, is on his way back to Wolf's. Steve and I are headed on up the trail. And every once in a while in here, we're getting a few little sprinkles.
Stop recording. I'm talking to the phone. Talking to my camera. Hey, Bill, you caught us fast.
And now he caught us. So he went all the way back to Wolf's, a mile. And then Steve and I kind of lollygagging around, and he's caught back up with us.
Stop recording.
And here we are at Rattlesnake. It's a rattlesnake access area. And you'll notice the signs along the side here. We're also on the G Trail that goes across Pennsylvania. That just says Rattlesnake Access Area down there. There's a G Trail marker and another one coming up. The G Trail goes from the New York line all the way down to Bedford and down into Maryland, so from north to south. And again, we've gotten some rain, and we're coming up here pretty quickly to the turn down to the Hoffman Campsite. Here we are.
It's about now 25. We're
An
staying
hour and a
down there,
half
right?
up to Tydoton, or we can go here. We're going here. I like this. The campsite's a tiny ways off the trail down this road. And in a second, we'll show you a Google Maps site of what it looks like, what the area looks like from Google Maps. But this is one of my favorite campsites along the trail. And of course, this also shows why it's hard to reserve these sites. So we didn't reserve any because we don't know if we're going to Tydoton, Hoffman, or even someplace closer. It all depends upon whether or not you have it flat. This reservation system is a disaster for hikers and bicyclists, I think.
But
But this is Hoffman. A couple of restrooms right there. We'll do some 360 photos of this campsite, but it is wonderful. And there's our pavilion. And I've probably stayed here 5 or 6 times, and only once was there somebody else staying in this campsite besides whoever was in my party.
Yeah, even if it rains, we'll keep the bikes dry.
here, hey, what do you say?
Even if it rains, we'll keep the bikes dry.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I like this campsite here.
Oh, it's a nice camp.
Yeah.
I ain't got a little pine trees. Last time I was there, I got sap on my hand.
Did you?
I don't know if you did or not.
You know what?
Yeah?
Sap.
Sap.
Oh,
So, no, we got those big ones. We fly back in like 20. We blew the door. Wait, first. Right, it's door. You see me in that first.
So Bill
Oh,
was complaining about last time camping under the pine trees, and the pine trees putting sap on his tent.
Yeah, doctor. That's 50. I don't mind that. You got them up there. Push it on.
But we can keep the bikes in here,
I
and
feel all right.
it does sprinkle on us
Although
almost all night.
I probably wouldn't have wanted to have gone a hell of a lot further.
That'd be the best one in the year. Yeah, that's the, yeah, it's,
Yeah. That's as far as I've gone.
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Since probably October. It's 33.4 miles to here.
30.4.
Uh-huh.
That's not
I
right.
have 30. What do you have?
33.4.
What do you have, Steve? 30.
45, 45, 3. Oh, you know my thing was off for a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I had to say how far it was here, because I was back down the mountain, came back a mountain. So
Yeah.
I'd take out 31. I'd say it's like 37. If I had, oh, well, I see, it's 20, 25. What's the parking lot? 63?
No,
60,
52 at the most, yeah.
62.
No, it's
I see, I
63.
read the sign 62 when I was biking. Maybe I was in the snow area when we hit the snow last time. Seems like to me, 62 is on this side of the highway.
Bill's right.
So I'm thinking, let's say 62. So this is 25. You got 37 miles.
Yeah. I know I got
Those-
off my bike once. Well, back at the lot, when I got off, I bumped the Garmin and I'm riding along and I looked down and I said, "Oh, tell, I'm not cracking any miles here." Oh, it's not. I didn't know how far I
Yeah, you
rode without the Garmin one.
So Bill was
Well,
correct.
let's
It's
say
about
up there.
37 and a half miles to this campground from the parking lot.
I hang this up so I can ride out by the mall, but it's really the same stuff back.
More than safe.
I have changed because I don't want to use this. I have to.
No, I didn't get any change, so got very much.
I thought back there. I used to be able to get out with a cell in this area, but lately I can see I'm still not. I used to get out with a cell where I came around that bend way back there, and big rocks was laying. I can't do it here, so let's shut it down. Shut it down, David.
You're on AT&T, right?
Yeah, I'm on ACD.
All right. So I have too, so I'm going to try to use driving right. Great to say. Oh. They got one in that. Get one bar, the bar. Okay, cacks. Yeah.
So Bill's going to put up a little clothesline here to hang some things to dry out.
This was a Nego project.
Civilian.
Yeah. Very good.
They did a very good job. Yeah.
But there are nails all on the inside of the rafters of this pavilion. Steve and I, and eventually Bill, will hang clothes inside because it starts to sprinkle.
Perfect. Home. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah.
It is a very nice campground.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have too many people in there.
And here's a Google shot. You can see the campground is down from the trail. And here's a 360 then, going counterclockwise. Steve, pavilion. We haven't set up our tents yet. Bill. Clothespin bag. There's little jackets hanging already. I'll have to bring that in later. And they put in new fire rings with stone bottoms. Beautiful. And there are the restrooms. And there's the pump. But it doesn't have a handle, and the water isn't tested, so you couldn't get water out of there anyway. So this video I took on my iPhone. More sights. Over in there are the evergreens that where you got the sap last time. And we're back around. And now Bill's going to take us in
Started
the
to
other
rain on
direction.
us, so we decided to stay at Hoffman's Campground. That's a bike haiku campground, a little south of Black Whale. There's Bob tent, Steve tent. Give you a 360 hill, looking down the holler, coming around. Nice tent. So it's probably about 15, 10 sites maybe.
So another 360
My
going the
tent.
opposite direction.
Coming around. Now here's the happy campers coming up. There's Bob and Steve. Of course, we have Steve to get the fire going. He's a fire bug.
There were picnic tables sawn up, so we're burning old picnic tables. Good friends. And now it's second day. We're headed back on March 29th. This is breakfast. It's sprinkled all night. We're
Well,
just
what are
eating
the bets on
breakfast under the
70-degree
pavilion.
day today?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
We like the 55 yesterday.
Yeah.
A cardinal out there somewhere. You can hear it singing.
The pig stand.
cut it off that way. I wonder if it was last night while I was laying and they kept rolling around. That's what they kept me awake most of the time.
What was hurting, Bill? A rib?
Hmm?
Did you?
Oh, geez, I don't want to touch it right now. Maybe something like that. Let's see, I thought it was healed up pretty darn good last week, and then 2 days ago it started to bother me again. Yeah, I screwed up the ribs when I wrecked in Texas. They got better though. And I was in the garage working on the bike, and I have one of them shop stoves that has about 5 or 6 wheels on the bottom, you know, you can just scoot around the floor, right? Well, the one I scooted across the floor to get a power tool, one of the wheels came off. And when I scooted, power tool was over here, and I was sitting here, and I looked back and I saw it, and I just pushed myself off, right? I went a few feet, and all of a sudden, I'm laying like that. I thought, I got up, felt pretty good, and then that night, boy, right here, back through there. Oh. I guess it's rib, I don't know.
Still pretty cold. You can see we're all in puffy jackets and sniffling. It's supposed to get to 77.
That's so hot as a missile.
And here we're leaving Hoffman and headed back towards Jersey Shore. This is the bridge coming into a place where there's a commercial campground, Petticoat Junction. Across the river, and then we're right at the campground. These guys can get really slick when they're wet, and it did sprinkle, but they don't seem too slick. If they're horrible, you probably need to almost walk your bike across them. Steve up there in the lead, and then myself, and Bill will be coming up here in a minute. And we'll talk about most of things being permanent residents here in Petticoat Junction Campground. But they put in some new cabins, and it looks pretty nice.
Sure are a lot of permanents. Sure, a lot of them permanent. Yeah.
There you can see some of the trailers, campers off to the right. They're just left there over the winter. The three of us have stayed at Petticoat Junction once. Now we're back to our ice. And we're coming up to our water supply. This is between mile markers 38 and 39 on the Pine Creek Trail. If you need to get water there, it's good water. We met a man there who said he'd been drinking it for 50 years and it hadn't killed him. And it does run all year, at least as far as I know. Now Bill's going to fill up to get back to Jersey Shore. It's Bill way out in the lead, and then Steve, and then myself. I think this might be the last bridge crossing before we get to Jersey Shore. And here we are back at the parking lot.
Well, nice trip, guys.
What a nice trip.
It was a beautiful trip. Thank you, guys.